As I was going through the many papers I had allowed to stack up in the rooms, I heard a distinctive banging on the front door. As Mrs. Hudson opened it to greet none other than the esteemed Mycroft Holmes, I could see the look on my roommate's face turn from one of boredom to one of intrigue within a matter of moments. As Mrs. Hudson led him upstairs, I opened our door and caught a glimpse of worry flash across his face, and I could tell that what he had come to discuss was something of great importance to him. "Good evening, my good lads. I see you are enjoying this fine day. Surely, Holmes, you have better things on your plate than fiddling instruments and reading week-old newspapers?" His attempt at small talk seemed to do little more than annoy the younger of the two siblings. "Surely, Mycroft, you didn't come here to discuss the trivialities of our daily lives. You have a problem, and you need my help."
"I say, what in heaven's name?" groaned Watson, getting up and walking over to me. "I am conducting a study on lightning beetles," I announced, tapping the glass jar. "Holmes, I dare say you have a childlike air about you," sighed my friend, peering into the jar. "I cannot help my boredom on a rainy, miserable day of muck as this," I replied, flipping the pages of the insect book open on my desk. There came a rapping at the door, 2 quick knocks. It was Mrs. Hudson, the landlady, from the sound of it. "Yes, yes," I stood up, opening the door.
"Goodness, Holmes, this man sounds unbalanced with jealousy." "Yes, but is he a man of flesh or an apparition? Do ghosts usually write letters?" He was focused on one corner of the mirror. "How odd. There's a hairline fracture here, yet it does not consist with someone hitting the mirror or throwing something at it. It is almost like a window pane when someone has shut the window too violently." I wanted to find out more about this opera ghost, and so I began to question the ballet girls and stagehands. There was one person in particular who knew a lot about the ghost. Joseph Bouquet had apparently seen him while working late one night.
The man began to cough, struggling, and tried to speak. "There was a man, a short man's coming here, red hair and scraggly beard, bad eye. He wanted just a couple of pounds worth of—" The druggist choked out, and Holmes let up, much to my relief. The apothecary clutched at his throat, and I reached my cane out to pin him back to the ground as a warning.
It was decided that neither of us would return to Baker Street, but would instead take lodgings elsewhere. In the morning, Holmes would disguise himself and head toward the smoking club Mr. House frequented on Walter Street. I was slated to head back to Baker Street to see if I could catch my observers out. The hope was that I could perhaps trail them to their employer, or else get close enough to glean some small bit of intel as they idly chatted. Either way, someone had to check by to ensure Mrs. Hudson had come to no harm in the meantime. The night passed well enough, though I could not shake the feeling I was missing something desperately important. At the crack of dawn, I was up hoping to elude our watchers by the dint of either the early hour or their own exhaustion. Not surprisingly, Holmes was already gone, with his bed apparently slept in. With no note apparent, I figured he had simply stepped out to see about House and mayhap Creed.
I looked at him and saw from his tired eyes that he was nearing the end of this last exhaustive spell of investigation and research. I could expect then that he would get at least one night of good sleep. Honor and integrity, Watson. That is what I wanted to tell you about your last night out. While you are bothered with yourself for falling prey to your own vices, you showed that you can always be counted on to be a man of honor and integrity.